The All Smiling Faces podcast is now sponsored by Tyre Spot, the Northeast's leading tyre supplier with branches across the region. Tyre Spot don't just do tyres, they cover everything from servicing to wheel alignment. They can handle every aspect of your car's maintenance. For more information, visit tyrespot.co.uk. Enjoy the episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Always Smiling Faces podcast on the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. And you have a full house. It's myself, Kris, joined by Besty, Deka, and Mark on this Monday evening. And it's going to be a busy one, boys, because thankfully this week, unlike last week, things are happening before we've started recording. So we don't have to scrap this one off, hopefully, at the end of it. I'm going to start with this, Deka, because Wednesday we did a show to correct everything that went wrong on Monday.
Sorry, lads.
See you same time tomorrow.
And we said, well, I think it might be me that said, Romano is putting Ekateke's name out there to basically get interest in from agents' point of view. So the agents trying to get interest for the player to move elsewhere. And Newcastle United would not be signing him.
Mark, that was the wind. That was the wind.
It just goes to show we know nothing.
We know fuck all.
But we don't claim to be in the nose. I think it's just, again, it's only our opinion. Well, certainly just before going live here, it's certainly a bit like this room. It's heated up.
Yes.
I mean, Mark's that excited.
That was me.
He's just dropping things. He's that excited about
It's
it.
from someone invited Frank Spencer.
It's because we've got like three fans on because it's so hot in here. It's just blowing all of the things off.
There's three. I want to see one.
Is there three fans?
So I think what we'll do, we'll take a couple of steps back and we will go and discuss our newest signing at the point of recording, which is Alanga, Mark.
Alanga.
On Monday, it looked like it was going to take a few more days, but as soon as we hit end stream, it got announced.
It literally was minutes after we finished, wasn't it?
We're still in this room, aren't we?
We were in this room still.
It's
yes.
it's nice to get it done. I'm amazed that one's got done quicker than Trafford has, which no doubt we'll chat through as well. But they certainly made up for it in the announcement stakes, didn't they? Because it then took them the rest of the week to actually formally announce the fact that he had signed.
Did you get it? I don't understand.
It was only Wednesday or Thursday, wasn't it? So
Tuesday night, wasn't it, when he turned up?
It took them ages. And some of I know we'll get on to the main one, right? But I just got a bit sick of it. Like towards the end, I was like, how many videos or pictures or eyebrows or eyelashes or how much do you want to fucking bang this drum? Like, yes, we've signed him. It was just like, every time I open my phone, and listen, I know people are happy about it, right? And I'm really happy for everyone that's really pleased and love it and all that. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm really happy we've signed him. He's very fast. But like, bloody hell, like every time I open my phone, it was like, this isn't blinking. This is him holding up a shirt. This is a shirt being held up by a hanger in different areas of Newcastle.
Did you turn 40 on your last birthday or like 70?
You're miserable. Well, his 40th birthday has gone on that long and he actually is 70 now.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm probably... My mates keep saying I'm getting more like Roy Keane, but I do moan a lot. Like, but there was one I seen. He said this guy, whoever the fuck it was, had a shirt on a hanger, and he was like outside of his own bedroom, then in the car, then walking down the street, then over the Tyne Bridge, and then eventually it made its way to Malanga.
Have you dreamt this?
No. Someone help us out here.
I've not seen that.
He's making this up.
I'm not. There's like screenshots. Obviously, he's obviously this guy who does the show, the advert show. Gets out, must go out his car, took a photograph, and then like knits it all together. So it's like basically from his own front door into his car, Tyne Bridge, the cinema, swimming, whatever it is.
Do you know what we should do for a laugh?
It's awful.
One day we'll get you to walk from the club shop, right, with all of your gear that you've bought over the last year. And
that'll be 3 weeks long.
Put something else on when you walk to the studio. You'll be like Joey, your friends by the time you get here.
I just watched that last night. But yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like I get the announcement video. The announcement video.
So right, okay, let's talk.
God, you put 50 pence in him tonight.
This was a bit of a talking point in the group, and So the first one, so the first announcement video that was saw was young Sammy. So the young lad that had Sky of school. His dad had said he was ill for school. He couldn't go, but he went to the first leg in the Arsenal semi-final.
I must say though, everything up until that point, even though Deka didn't like it, the little tease and things was quite good. Like obviously the little shot of Agent Asula and stuff like that. The eye, as we've already have said. So there was a nice little build up to it before we got to the actual. What was it, about 9 o'clock on Friday, wasn't it, when it finally announced it?
Was it later? That was it.
Oh, it was bedtime nearly.
So best
After your nap.
Yeah.
That's, when
your nap.
that's when it doesn't bother us, though. Can I just add on this? Sorry, and I will shut up. Do you know when people, I want to say loads of people in groups and on the, why am I announcing? Where's the announcement? Come on. We know he signed. We know he signed, so it's fine.
Well,
like,
so why not just announce it?
no, I get that. But at the same time, didn't panic.
With meeting Murphy and Barnes.
And there were still people going, they haven't announced it yet.
Before,
He's fucking hugging Murphy. Like, it's okay. He's going to be there.
Well, that's it. That's the thing when he was our player probably a day or two before the announcement, but it takes that long for I don't know what it is.
Well, it was. I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday night when he arrived
at the FA ratification or something like that,
at the training ground, because there was obviously a load of people, young kids, waiting outside, taking photos and videos and stuff.
Everything's around PSR for me. I reckon they delay everything just to get over some kind of accountant thing or something. Like if we wait till 7 o'clock, there's an extra million in the bank or something.
Well, I had three other staff members like tease videos to announce before that, didn't they? That did take the piss mind, like the little.
Of course it does.
Our new signing. It's the new tea lady in the canteen.
Remember PSR?
So let's go back to the actual announcement video, because it's caused a big talking point across not just our WhatsApp group, but I've seen a few things on social media as well. I'm going to start with you, Bestie.
Go on then.
What were your thoughts on it? So, like I said, it was young Sammy, Skyman School.
The video, it was a nice little video. I must admit, when I saw Sammy, I thought, oh, Sammy Amiobi, that's good. And then I watched it, I thought, oh, it's Sammy Amiobi. But it's kind of, it didn't work for us. As an announcement video, I didn't think it worked at all. But it was a nice little video. Who cares? Like
Deka really cares.
Honestly, I had to mute our group. So I was reading, I was saying, what on earth's going on here? Is this what we're complaining about now?
Welcome to the club.
Before we get onto the group, right? If we get our opinions on the video, right? I thought that video would work as a teaser for the upcoming season.
Yes,
right.
I think
a motivational piece,
something
kind
like
of.
Or if you're trying to sell tickets for a cup game or something like that, use that. Yes,
or even the membership, like something like that.
Get involved in it. You could have Sammy, within the shirt,
something like that. But then it was then just tiny little clips of Alanga smiling and stuff, and I was like,
watching.
This is not an announcement video. They try to be different, Deka, and I know we're whinging about it. We've got bigger things to whinge about in life, but this is what we're talking about. It was weird.
I do want, and I only said one comment. I only said one comment in the group, but I can only be honest, and I did watch it and think, this is really weird. This is very strange. And then they've tried something different. It didn't work at all for me. It doesn't matter. He still plays for it. It's not as if we've lost him because of that. Imagine we stood up when I'm not playing for Ease without WO.
Doesn't matter how announcement videos are a thing now. Like, because Burnley started, it was a Burnley or West Brom started.
Burnley were mid.
And they're really good. But like now it's like, oh, that was a crap announcement video. Wow, this is an important stuff.
Again, the club after I think it was maybe the 700th video, done a mint one. There was a mint one where it was like clips of.
That wasn't the club.
Oh, wasn't it the club?
That was Alanga.
Oh, well, there you go. His was amazing.
When he's in the car,
so Alanga did his own, and Alanga's announcement video will say it was
class.
Unbelievable.
It was absolutely mint.
It was really good.
And I was like, there you go. Like,
that's how you know.
But that'll be his PR company or agency.
But if Sammy watches, you did a stellar job, mate. He was class. The kid was mint.
I don't want to throw shade at Sammy.
Absolutely not.
Well, that was the thing. It almost felt that the club had put together like a little short video about Sammy, which was a very, very nice video, very good video. Nice, yeah. And then they almost thought, oh, we need to use it for something now. And then just thought, oh, well, we'll use it as that, which is then kind of why it didn't kind of work, because it was just,
I thought,
just a bit.
It did. Yeah. They tried something that just didn't work. But having said that, like Bestie, you have put in the group, because there was a few people saying similar things. But then I jumped in and I said, this is probably the worst announcement video I've ever seen in my life. Then you had said, Bestie said, it's been
That's a bit much.
an hour's worth of head loss, and I was like, it's not been that bad, has it? Then I went back and read the messages before I got involved. I think it was my Adam that said, Alanga would have watched that video and thought, who the fuck have I signed for?
Imagine my surprise if
wild,
people
the
in
group
that
for an hour,
chat
so I was like,
completely losing their head and overreacting on such things.
Well,
I was absolutely astonished.
I haven't muted, so I have to say I didn't say anything. I remember, I think I seen yours, and I like said, yeah, it is horrific, and then I just closed it, and that was gone. So I didn't realize it went on for that long. So.
Adam had him back on a flight heading back.
Oh, well.
He would be one of the list that would definitely have a head
But
loss and overreaction.
There is something
And I
I'd like
could
to
throw
mention.
a few more out there. There's probably some of you watching. Stop overreacting.
Is his reaction to the long sleeves, Bestie, in the video in the taxi or whatever.
That was on
nice.
the
That was
the
his.
first day.
Yeah,
It was,
in the video. Yeah, that was brilliant.
As a long sleevesman myself, like I was very happy to say that. Like I'm looking forward to it. There seemed like Bruno's been cutting about in the long sleeve shirts quite a bit in the previews, and Sandro has. See all the boys in long sleeves except for Pope, ironically.
Quite mad, that isn't it? Yeah. It was a really good video. That one, the 8-minute one about his first day, was really good.
Yeah.
Training ground looks sexual as well.
But
compared to what it
it
used
does
to.
look good.
Doesn't it
I
look
thought- I
lovely?
think we
That one
actually
is a
agreed
club
that in
one.
the group, yeah.
The first day of training one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was on the
But they
YouTube.
were
Yeah.
really good stuff. The announcement video for the third kit was good. Once they took that bit down that was meant to be in there.
Adidas that though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, like the away kit one from last year was that good. The home one from last year was that good. That generally speaking, that PR and stuff is that becomes as PR. It is excellent at the minute. Like the stuff they're putting out is good. It's a bit of a,
And I know we're joking. Go, well, who really cares? But it does matter in today's world, and I think in terms of growing your brand. And I mean, Christ, I want to change this horse because it's not exactly a centimeter to the left. So the better I get the videos right. You know what I mean? Like, there's
Comes off again.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying though. Like that's what he did say that though, didn't he?
Have you had your dinner today?
He went. I haven't actually. He said, but the seahorse's hoof, and that's not on the right line. Well, fuck now.
Have we got any
You know what I mean?
snacks you can have? Just to cheer him up a little bit.
Wouldn't mind.
You're
it.
all one and
About-
aren't you?
am I?
Is
Apologise.
that pot noodle still over there?
Is it? I'll have it. Like.
But yeah, it's at the end of the day, like Bessie said, it's just an announcement video. Like it doesn't stop anything
it
from
doesn't,
happening.
like when he scores his 15th goal this season in like October, whenever it'll be. But remember that video though.
But as a content slut like myself, Bestie,
Oh, you always
I
complain about the.
I wanted more.
You always complain about match day graphics. Look shite that.
I do, yeah, I do.
Some of the players just really do. You know, when them have some person that does it for
Do
them.
you know
Some of them are terrible.
Do you know who's the worst one is?
Longstaff?
Longstaff.
Long stuff.
He makes his
Well,
eyes
uh,
bluer.
I love Sean Longstaff as well.
It's so weird.
10 new broke in for that. I think it's Matty just doing it for him. Mike Longstaff it is not like
Shuttleworth.
Full of Stella.
Yeah, it's
That's
but
why.
exactly like I said, it is kind of important in today's
is.
world.
It is.
Of course, it is.
I know
yeah.
people might not care about it, right? And there'll be loads of people that didn't even watch the video. Like, you know what I mean? But I just think in today's world, in terms of what it is, unfortunately, you just actually have to get things right, and that sadly wasn't.
But the player himself, Bestie,
Yeah.
he's buzzing to be here.
He seems really excited to be here. Yeah, he's kind of said all the right things so far, isn't he? He was. I think I've said this a few times in the past, but I always like to look at what the fans of the old club are saying. When we sign someone, and a lot of the Forest fans I've seen on whatever it was Instagram thing, well, like I like really sat to see him go, but it was nice. It was quite a mutually, like almost like we're selling them because it's Newcastle in the Champions League and all that. Like and good luck, and thanks for it. It was nice. We're quite very respectful,
And
which I'm all for.
I think it worked, especially with the fee that they brought in for Olanga as well. Nobody's really grumbled from that side of things. Most people have said that.
Well, I've seen a few reactions to it, mainly from opposition fans,
See, that's too much.
rather than our own, because they're comparing his stats versus Murphy's from last season.
Mhm.
Because obviously, you know, Murphy's definitely going to reproduce those stats every season, isn't he? Without fail. But yeah, it's probably slightly more than you ideally would want to pay. But
Use the
you've
phrase,
got to,
Mark.
you've got to pay that premium, don't you? Like to
The
to
what?
bring
The what?
to bring
The what?
them in.
So what?
The what? The English tax.
I'll
That's
do it
his.
with Newcastle tax,
That's
yeah.
his like English tax. You know.
Swedish.
He's Swedish.
Well, you know. Sorry, you know.
But
no,
one thing,
it's
I mean,
Meaning
English
Premier League.
Premier League
Premier League,
experience.
yeah.
isn't it?
comparing his stats to Murphy's, and I don't want to take any away from Murphy. I think Murphy had a great season last time out. I would suspect that if you had Murphy playing for Forest last season and Olanga at Newcastle last season, that Kris wouldn't have scored as many, and Isaac would probably got more.
You
So
would
I think
think,
that's-
given
I think
our
it's not
style of play and stuff.
It's not just the one player. Adam Cleary put a really good video out last week about it.
I watched it earlier
Yes,
on,
yes,
yeah.
it's excellent. Like about kind of the underlying numbers and all that, and how even though they don't necessarily look amazing, like the stuff like he's the kind of chasing back and defensive work and all that. It's the stuff that you kind of quantify. Like it's the times when he started chasing up the pitch, where it's like that falls outside of passes and XG and expected assists or whatever.
Unless you're Miggy Almiron, apparently, or Sean Longstaff.
Well,
funny enough, though, we signed him for 55 million, and my bank was still the same the next day. So I didn't give a monkey.
Every time you go on the club
I
shop.
didn't
I was
care.
going to say, but it wasn't.
And by all accounts, the bank account is still healthy. Not yours. It
It is
will
actually.
be in
I
a
think
month's
it'll be
time. It'll be very healthy.
Roll on the 31st, baby.
But you know, when we are linked with what did you call him earlier?
I can take it.
Ekateke. Yeah, that's your second pronunciation of him, actually.
So how do we pronounce his name?
Pronunciation.
Ekatike.
Ekatike.
Etiki.
Well, I saw
Ekatike,
Romano
so,
and I wasn't putting that
I
accent.
think
Are we
Romano-
trusting
Romano
Slim in the
was-
hour here? Are we trusting Slim in the
I
hour?
think Romano was just in it dead quickly because he doesn't know either.
Ugo Ekatike.
Ekatike is surely
Ekatike, innit?
Aye.
We've got
Hello.
4 different ones there.
That's it. It's going to be one of those until he signs, if he signs, because we have been down this road before, haven't we? But
It's gone on.
it's looking promising.
from the time that like leaving the house to getting here. It's moved on, and now it took me 20 minutes or half an hour to get petrol.
Well, that's it. So probably by about half 8,
He'd
it'll be done and dusted.
If you go to Chelsea,
Something on
David
diesel.
Ornstein saying it's not quite done yet. But talks continue, and it looks if Ornstein's saying it, then I mean he's
Well,
bit
Keith
like
Downey
authority,
is a
Yeah,
long
he
in it as
normally
well.
isn't he?
He's
Seen
sweet.
it, Deka?
Huge.
He whipped around the club.
Huge.
Oh,
Oh, when he was in here, you should have seen the size of it.
Ornstein's normally very
sorry, Keith.
hesitant to put his
In fact,
name
you're
to
welcome,
something
Keith.
They're
that's
just dirty people.
not that far down the line, isn't it? He's not one for just sharing a rumor.
Well,
It's-
what I found interesting, right, and I think I had a bit of back and forth with Scotty and I think Ian. And listen, their points were right. It was because I think Ian was saying in the group was that why can we not just have 2 world-class players in? Do you know what I mean? We want to be. I'm certainly one of these people that bang every week about going, we need to be a bigger club. We need to get rid of these because we need to progress. And Ian's point was bang on that. You have these 2 world-class players, you manage the minutes, etc., etc., etc. However, what Keith Downey's saying is they're looking to play them alongside each other. Now, that maybe is a change in formation. I'm not exactly sure. We'll maybe get to that later on. But he seems to be saying like alongside, meaning
Does he
to
mean
partner.
does he mean
Or is he
alongside
saying,
in the same team or
I read
alongside
it-
as in the squad at the same
I
time?
read it as part, but it's one line of text, like, but I read it as like playing together.
That's when I'm seeing those links, I do worry that they're quite similar in their attributes and way of
apparently very
playing.
similar.
And even though when we were looking at it obviously, well, we know what happened with Chelsea, but is he then potentially thinking of maybe playing one slightly deeper than the other and having it more as a link up rather than two strikers? Because you cannot see we're going to like a 4-2-4 really, could you? Or
No, you would relinquish the control in the middle of the park. You're losing one of Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno in that scenario, and I don't think we can afford to drop any of those 3. Really,
there's not
So the
at
core-
times we might do it like against potentially.
Oh yeah, we did it. I mean, we played 5
Lower.
back a few times
Yeah.
last year, and you can. It's nice having that flexibility where you can change the team shape. But I think this will get done. I think I've got it. If not him, I mean, we're trying to get João Pedro. He went to
Yeah.
Chelsea and just thought he's an upper score screamer since.
Oh, yeah, no.
And then, I mean, Pedro last night. How anybody that watched the cup final would have seen he pretty much played as a
He's excellent.
as a striker.
Isn't it mad how Donald Trump was on there?
That was
But we'll get on to that.
I can't believe no one's pushed him over.
Yeah, we'll get on to that. What were you
I
going
mean,
to say, Deka?
The quote at the bottom here with the emoji up, it says Newcastle pushing hard to get Ekatike to play alongside Alexander Isak in attack.
Aye. I think they do seem
So-
quite similar, Mark.
Yeah.
I've not seen enough of Ekatike to kind of really to comment on like exactly how he's going to play or how we'll use him. But when you've got Gordon Barnes on the left, Elanga Murphy on the right, Isak, it's options up front now. But again, if they are quite similar, then I suppose Shearer and Ferguson had similarities as well, and they were.
I know people can't see this, and best you can.
I can.
But those watching.
So
So,
Jet 2 way going.
so I've just went on SofaScore and I've just put I love a heat map. Everybody knows I love a heat map. I've put Ekatike's alongside Isaacs from last season. They are almost identical.
Are really
Do they-
similar.
do
They're
they
really similar?
start left side into centre, kind of.
Like I can't
He
really-
did,
I can't
he
really
did very
flip it,
much play as
but,
an out and out
They're
striker.
kind of all
for-
over. Ekatike seemed to be picking the ball a bit
I
deeper
can't
at
really do
times.
it. I'll fall off.
But Isaac, yeah, they are really similar.
Like,
And that's why I'm thinking, is he potentially thinking about having them kind of being able to interlink, but one slightly
One
deeper in behind, just when
But then
and when we need to.
Who do you drop?
Yeah, so it is more over.
That's a heap up.
Over to the
He's
left,
got a bit
isn't it?
more around like 30, 35 yards from goal, maybe halfway through the attacking half. But then if you're playing them both together, who aren't you playing? Do you?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's better minds than mine who'll come up with the answer to that. Like, and there's none of them in this room, so.
But what we're talking on Wednesday, Deka, like how dangerous we would look going forward with likes of Gordon, Isaac, and Alanga. Bring him in as well.
oh,
I mean, we're sucking on diesel.
he's fast. He's fast as well.
Tonali's got it.
Yeah,
It reminds me when I had like Bellamy, Robert, Dyer, when we're just. Nobby wasn't exactly a slouch, but he wasn't off his pace. But
just keep going. Ignore them.
Tino, Lewis Hall, we've got some quick boys here at the club at the minute. Like, I'm telling you,
Yeah, but no, it's obviously we talked at length about him for a few years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
Children.
I seen Conor
Absolute
McGregor's
children.
thing today as well.
I haven't seen his thing
Thinking
today.
about
No.
Keep taking them up, lads.
But it's, I mean, obviously at the time when he kind of was linked to the first time around, and he chose to go to PSG, which was a big gamble. You know, he wanted to go try and prove himself at the biggest team in France. We spoke about at the time it was probably slightly too early for him. It did turn out to be that way, but he's then since gone to Germany and kind of.
Frankfurt?
Yeah, and
Apparently removed all mention of Frank from his Instagram bio. What is it called? Bio? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll call it bio, yeah.
Yeah, removed every
Has
mention of Frankfurt.
That's
Yeah.
happened.
Was Frankfurt on there to start with?
Apparently so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's no like there's some people I think are hanging a bit shady at his door for the Paris Saint-Germain move like now,
I've never understood
and
that.
I'm like, come on, like you got to understand he's got a chance to a local kid,
a Frenchman.
As a Frenchman playing for the biggest club in France, it's exactly what we said at the time.
It's not like Dubai when he went on strike to force the move.
So there was a bit of a discussion in the Telegram group. So members do get access to the Telegram group. See that little one? $2.99 a month.
members. Wow.
Deka, it was your friend Ashfaq that was mentioning this, saying that
Ashfaq,
very similar to what we've just spoke about, saying that could never understand the shit that Ekiteke got when he chose Paris over us.
Pronunciation number 8.
And he basically he found a comment from that said, if as a French player, when PSG come, there's no other option. You go with PSG. And he went, if I had to go overseas, Newcastle would have been the club that I would have went to.
I didn't see that. I've never seen it before.
I think it was just a case that it was that club. It was like, and I understand it, don't you? And you think all the sort of stars aligned for him, really, didn't they? And he had to take the chance, and it could have worked out. It hasn't. And now that I think as a player, I know he's saying that Newcastle would have been his choice if he went overseas. Now that we've come in again for him, what he must feel as a player, going, God, like they still want us. Like it must be an amazing feeling, isn't it? I think a lot of players always say, don't they? Or they made us feel wanted, or this is why I'm here because the club really wanted us. Well, Christ, we want you, mate. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what it is? He's probably looking at, and I'm going to bring him up for the first time tonight. Maxie's quotes this week about how he felt, how the crowd made him feel, how the club made him feel, and stuff like that.
Except
Mark, except with that one.
He actually did that at the bottom. I don't know if you've seen that.
SF. That old fella was all right.
I'll have it on record. I never did boo him or give him abuse in the ground. I might have been frustrated with
I was
him.
right in his house though.
I don't know you like booing him on the metro from like 10.
Whenever I seen him in Tesco's at Kingston Park, though, fair game that.
But yeah, I mean, I think players notice stuff like that. And I said ages ago when Bruno first signed, when I was convinced we're going to get Paqueta, like he'll be the kind of T4 and the Gallagher for him. He's on the phone, his pals going, "Man, that's amazing."
Well, Alanga mentioned it in that first day video.
Yeah.
He mentioned like if he's ever picking a ground of best atmosphere was always St. James's Park, and he said the music got him, didn't he?
Yeah. Except he said for the shit version of Blazing Races, he says bring back Busker.
But was that because
unfortunately can't.
No.
Was that might have been the game where was it when he ripped her apart and Wood scored a hat-trick?
Boxing Day.
It's funny actually because there was a clip I seen. I think I put it in the group, of just how much
Well, the
much
ones that
damage
didn't
he's
like-
actually caused us, which
Yeah.
I didn't realise actually how many goal involvements and goals he scored or whatever it is
Yeah.
against us alone, even in the last couple of seasons.
Well, we had Dan Burnfield in the left.
Well,
back, didn't
damn,
we?
yeah, we did. So yeah. Which is true. There was 2 or 3 of the goals were his fault. So
I think all of them. That one when Chris Wood got the hat trick.
it was all.
Everything
I think all of
came
them
down
were.
that
weren't they? I think.
What absolute nonsense.
I'm pretty sure there were all 3 goals were down there.
Yeah, they're all down
No,
that
they
side.
weren't.
That was when the criticism
Chris Wood-
started coming.
All of it was on the left-hand side, actually, was where Chris Wood came in from. 'Cause
One
it
of
was
yeah,
it
one of
was
them
at our
was. One of them
side.
was in front of us. But I'm sure
There you go.
one in the second half was a Langer down the right, squaring at Wood. Who said, "Thank
But
you
it's
very much."
exciting, though, isn't it? Do you think it's exciting that we're not in any danger? Touch wood. That we're not going to lose any of our bigger players. You know, like say Isak's Tonal. No one's gone. Bruno's not gone, and we're getting a Langer
You're
in
saying
here.
that very confidently.
No, nobody's going to be going
Well,
other than
thi-
players that
this
we
is-
want to get
This
rid
is
of.
the issue, Deka, isn't it? A lot of players thinking that, right, you've spent big on 2 players here.
Mhm.
You brought in, you're bringing in a striker that is
Oh,
huge money as well.
Let's just slow that down a little.
I said,
Mm.
well, it's happening, man. If those 3 I mentioned it, it's happening. But if you're bringing him in, people's minds go straight away, Deka, to is he's like going?
Well, I think I said that, didn't I, last week? Sorry, not last week, or a couple of days ago, saying, God, like if he's coming in for 86 million or what, big money, right? 80 million euros or whatever it is.
He would be with record signing.
Like he
Yeah, he would.
he cannot play second fiddle. He is not managing minutes. He is not sitting on the bench. He's just not he's not. I just don't believe for a second he would come here to play second fiddle. So then my initial reaction was, shit, like, is he then going to go? But maybe I'm looking more towards it. Can they both play together? But then I have no idea. Do you play 5 up front? I mean, I don't know what you do. So,
But we're not
Um,
defenders, will we?
well, maybe not now.
That forward line will just
So
spin off.
it's like, I mean, it's so exciting though. The amount of options going forward, like, whoa, like
Yeah.
it's mouth-watering, amazing. Like,
Big Jimmy Trafford pinging the ball into the.
if he ever gets here, he'd be for 40, but he'd be out
Well,
with me.
I
by the
heard he
time
was
he
going
gets
to get
here.
announced today, and that's obviously unless.
So it's interesting you mentioned just before there about Alanga and
Look how he's on, what, man?
his Instagram. I'm just casually leaning here.
It's covering your face.
That's he's
Um,
going to get knocked over here.
That's coming.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but the Trafford doesn't appear in any of Burnley's because they've gone on
Portugal, they're
pre-season
on.
tour.
Mhm.
He ain't there.
Yeah, he's not in a single video or photograph. And there's been a lot of content put out by Burnley, and he's not in any of them.
He was in one right at the start of pre-season, wasn't he? They had a picture
Yes,
of Martin
so he's on there, but they've gone away to, I'm sure it's Portugal where they are at the moment,
Yeah.
and he's not in any of them.
Maybe you've just lost him. Happens in Portugal.
And Belgium.
So can I find a bugger?
It's unusual that, considering he was back.
And he's one of that kind of, he's one of Burnley's more noticeable players as well, isn't he? So you'd imagine he'd be.
Adam is straight in the chat, and Adam says, "Has Trafford news been delayed due to the news tonight?" Nah, it's got.
Well, the stuff
it's
tonight's not going to do with the club, has it? That's
nothing
all.
to do with the club, and there's been no bid agreed between Newcastle and Burnley, so it's nothing to do with that. It's just from what we're reading, Newcastle and Burnley can't agree a deal. Just can't agree a price, even though they've had 5 years to figure it out.
Yeah, this is,
Is it not?
we've
Is
got
it not
phone
more
for
the
that.
structure
We've got
of the
phone for
deal
that.
that's still up for negotiation?
Probably, yeah. Probably
What,
like money
what,
up
what,
front,
what are we realistically talking here? Are we talking? We think you're worth 10, and they're saying 40.
I think Burnley, they are saying
yeah,
40. I think we were on 2025.
If we were that far apart in valuations, I don't think we would be as far as we are with the kind of the words that out there in the press and what's
It's
being
not
rumored,
going
is
to
it?
be 10 mil difference, like.
I'm on Burnley's side in one sense that, listen, we could have maybe tried and pushed more back before the championship season sort of started, if that makes sense, right? Couldn't get him. Now he's had the greatest season any goalkeeper's ever had in the world history of championship football. I get why Burnley is saying, no, like, we want more money, right? He's conceded 1 goal in 100 games. Like, we want more money.
Could it be a
So I
swap
get
deal?
it.
Could we be looking at it? Because we've got that many goalkeepers. We've got lads.
It's never been mentioned, though,
Christ.
Bestie, has it? Like, another
nothing at
goalkeeper
all.
has not been mentioned and going in that direction,
Like,
so I'd be
no.
very shocked at that.
There's been no sort of goalkeeper outgoings at all. This summer.
Burnley just bought a goalkeeper as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
and I
that
did
then
notice,
sparked the
obviously,
rumours,
in
didn't
the
it? Yeah.
the friendly we played at the weekend was Pope and Ruddy were the 2 keepers that played.
Yeah. I already played the second game, didn't he? The second half.
Second half, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's of course it's going to come down to price, but you might be right in regards to the structure of the deal, where Newcastle might have said 25 mil plus blah 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 add-ons,
Yeah.
and Burnley could be no, we want like 30 mil all in. like straight away.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, Burnley, it's a slightly more precarious situation, isn't it, with the fact that they've just come back up and they've been relegated a couple of times over the past 5-6 years and that, and kind of the 10 million is more to Burnley than it is Newcastle in that regard. So, yeah, you can't blame them. It's the same as when we sell Isak, whenever that is, we'll be pushing for as much value as possible. So you kind of, it's how clubs operate.
Stop trying to sell Isak, will you?
I'm wondering if he might go in June. I think he'll go next summer. I wonder if, because we're throwing a lot of caution at the wind PSL-wise. Yeah, I wonder if we're relying on Liverpool coming in June from if it's Liverpool.
I just feel in order to keep these players, you just need to be successful on the field. And like I said, last season was a dream season. Like you've won a cup, you've got Champions League football. If you can consistently do that, I think you'd be okay. But there's going to come a point where if we don't achieve on the field what we need to, then you're going to lose them.
I think there's always going to be attractive. I mean, not many Swedish kids grow up dreaming of playing for Newcastle, do they? Like when Isak was a Bain.
I had it on good authority. Emil Kraft did that very thing.
When Isak was a Bain, he's probably looking at Real Madrid, Barcelona. We'll have been like probably the Pardew days when he was kind of getting into football and stuff like that. So, he's in Newcastle. I've got no doubt that he hasn't. I don't think he's had his head turned. He seems to be dealing with stuff really well. But if Barcelona, when Lewandowski starts to slow down a bit, Barca say, but wouldn't mind him. There's X amount of money. Isak's kind of like a bit of that. Like even if we won the league, it's what happens. Man City lost Aguero, haven't won the league to Barcelona and stuff.
And
like
you
that.
can understand that
It's
if it is
one of those things.
If it is Real, Barca,
I agree.
I think that's the only level of club that you could go to now. You could argue Liverpool, Man City in England. I don't think Man City have got Man United have got that kind of lure anymore. PSG are unbelievable now, in spite of what happened at the weekend. So they would be an option, but other than those ones, I think Liverpool are the only ones in England, unless Chelsea have an unreal season.
Isn't it mad to think that the season starts in 4 weeks' time and Chelsea have just played their last game of the season?
Yeah, it's outrageous, to be honest with you.
Ridiculous.
It's absolutely.
They could. I know they've obviously got a huge squad and stuff like that, but
really well summer mind.
Come the winter, Christmas time, in the second half of this season,
especially with
they're
World Cup
going to
coming
be.
up as well.
Yeah,
You're looking financially as a club. They've just got 100 million on it
for winning
for winning that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done very well to win it. Like I will say that, and I think I said a few weeks ago, I do think we're asking the players to play far too many games of football.
Massively.
Far too many games of football. Now, I do think that Chelsea could be absolutely red hot early doors, mind you.
Yeah,
I always remember the season when we it was the Intertoto Cup. We had an early preseason. We started in. I remember that season we did really well because we had like an early preseason almost, and like our
West Ham
4-0. We were just fitter and sharper than the rest. However, I agree with Mark.
End of the season.
I know they've got a big squad, but it could burn out.
It might fall off.
Like I say, with the World Cup next summer as well, it's going to be huge.
Any
have a 25-man squad.
Yeah, you can, and I know they've got a lot of good players, but it only takes a couple of your key. If something happens to Palmer, if something happens to Pedro, for example.
Not obviously last season, but it was
any team that loses 2 or 3 of the main guys. You're in big trouble. I should say Liverpool like next season. Salah's another year on, right? And I get he had 100 assists last season, or whatever. But he's another season on. If something happened to Salah, again, you can't replace him. Like
even last season, after that PSG game, he had a dip for a few weeks. And that's when we won the League Cup, and he was kind of anonymous for a long time.
That game, because Dan Burn went and clattered him, didn't he, early on, and he just. I'm not having this today.
Say he was Ramadan, no, like at that point they were saying he wasn't.
It's
difficult, very difficult for players to be able to perform. I think.
If anybody's got any questions, send them our way, and we'll go through as many as possible, as we always do towards the end of the show. One of the questions which has came in already, and it's sticking with the mention of Liverpool, Deka, and this is a player that allegedly had his head turned last summer, Anthony Gordon. Could you see him leaving the club this summer?
Well, outside noises say yes, but I don't see anything like in terms of like noises or anything that I see that I think he wants to go. But I have to say a lot of the transfer shows I watch and listen to podcasts, honestly, literally every single one of them mentioned that Gordon is a link with this team or could be leaving for that team, and
it tends to be Liverpool.
It does, it does. Liverpool, even Arsenal a bit, if I'm honest. But
if Luis Diaz goes, isn't it? Because Luis Diaz is
apparently he is going in.
If Nunez goes, obviously Jota's not there anymore as well. Like so,
I would hate that, mind you. I would hate to lose him.
Well. I would as well.
I'm getting excited with these signings that we're getting, but then again, you can't have 6, 7.
If a ticket does come in, does that mean that he kind of alternates him and he's like not quite like Barnes, he said, because I think they're a bit more flexible in that.
Yeah.
But does it mean that Gordon or Barnes has to kind of falling that sword. But
Could you see?
gets old, and I'm going to bet.
I don't know. Could you see one of that section of the field even? So you say you did sign him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you see Barnes maybe going?
Yeah,
because I do feel you kind of. Let's be very realistic. You kind of have all of them. I mean, I'd love to, but
Barnes did hand in a transfer request last season, didn't he?
did.
So there's, I think he would be probably most likely.
The tough thing there is Barnes still played a lot of football last season.
Scored some goals as well.
Him and Gordon both had very long spells in the team.
Yeah.
It did, but I think what the point is if Ekitike comes in, if he kind of can play on the left as well, then you've got a lot of bodies fighting for that position.
Yeah,
and even
but-
if we change formation, if we do play with two strikers, that formation's gone straight away, really.
There's
got
there's
Ekitike
kind of playing versus it being your position, as we've seen with trying to squeeze other players into other.
Yes, but let's say, I don't know, let's just say first game of the season, let's say you've got Isaac up top, Gordon on the left, Langer on the right. If you're changing things, you're probably not going to bring Barnes on if you've got Ekitike there. You're probably going to change other things. So I think it automatically probably puts them down the pecking order.
But we didn't necessarily bring on, say,
Because we didn't have a player of that quality.
Isaac to the left-hand side, did we?
No, but we didn't have a player of that quality to bring off the bench last season.
I get what you're saying, but to get to where we want to aspire being, you've got to have two very good players in each position, and we're now, well, not yet, but if we do if we do manage to sign him, then you've got two excellent players at your left, potentially two excellent strikers. We've definitely now got two right wingers.
And
So-
you've forgotten about your mate, Big Billy Asula. He's
Big Willie as well.
big pre-season for
Yeah.
Asula.
Who again
Like,
can fill in on the right hand side or play through the middle.
I think there is a lot of attacking bodies there, like a lot.
oh, you just if you keep everyone, you're stacked, like,
And I think
which is brilliant.
you're
Brilliant.
It is from a fan's point of view, but I think as a club and a manager and coach, you're probably going to struggle to keep everybody happy.
I would agree with that. Well, look, but Barnes had a transfer request
financially
last
as
year.
well, Yeah.
Mm.
But
Barnes
that's
had a transfer.
that's what Howe's paid for, though, isn't it? Right?
you're right,
He's
you're
got a,
It is. but
and we're
football's
going to have a
huge
hell of
egos.
a lot more games this season than we have, which means more minutes for players to play.
I think realistically, there's going to be injuries, isn't there? And I know you can't go into the season telling a player, Dave Murray will be injured in 5 weeks. Of course you can't.
We cannot expect Isaac to do
No,
what
of
he
course not.
did last season.
I don't think we can expect any single player to do what they did last season.
The thing
So-
is, if Ekitike does come in, then that's your record signing, and your Isaac would then be the second most expensive. And I can't see them not starting both of them. Not with Elanga. Is Elanga now what second top as things stand? 55 million.
No,
Third.
Tonali was
Or
more than him, wasn't he?
Sandro, yeah. So I can't see it being one or the other. I think if they're both there, they both start for the most part.
Which means it
Which is why
Well,
I didn't think we'd spend that money on that
Mm.
on
I
a
agree.
second. But again, it's quite similar to where we found ourselves with Isaac, where potentially we didn't think it was going to be an option and he would be available. We've made a cheeky little ask the question, and they've thought, well, we might actually entertain it, which then escalates it and thinks, well, we've got a chance. We can't now go back on it. We've got to make it happen and somehow make it work.
You can kind of see why Callum Wilson hasn't been kept on now, can't you?
I mean, God, I was thinking we're going to get Calvert Lewin. We'll get Calvert Lewin on a free. He'll be the second choice. You're going to pump 80 million bun on someone. I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Really?
It's dreamland.
It's crazy,
to be
like,
fair.
It's
dreamland.
Well, I mean, David
Unbelievable.
Ornstein's saying there that we're looking at around 75, but we're not close yet on a price. So there's still a bit of work to go. I mean, Fabrizio Romano earlier said that Newcastle they're not working. They're not going to be working soon. They're working now to get it done. He said as well, there's still a bit of difference. It's not imminent out like that. But it looks like we're serious about it. And if we're trying to spend that kind of money, it's quite exciting that even if Ekitike doesn't come off, that's the standard that we're looking at. That's the kind of money that we're prepared to spend on that position, that part of the pitch. I think it's hard not to get carried away, isn't it?
No, I'm with you because I just feel as if we're not messing around. Like
Serious,
we're
yeah, like,
serious, and we know that. Kind of what we always say about like we've got more games next season, and how we'll be thinking as well. How can we? We've won a cup and Champions League, right? So what is next? How do you better that? The only way of bettering that is by going
Buying
for
better
these type of players,
Mm.
buying better players.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of a concern that we haven't been linked with a centre back?
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Is does the amount of money that was spent on Elanga and potentially you're going to spend on a striker,
And Trafford.
then, well, Trafford, and your centre half, which were two other positions that we definitely centre half we need to look at. And
yeah.
Well, when Mark Gage
but we
got
are
diverted
being
last
linked
week,
with God, his name escapes us now.
the Italian lad,
Young, yeah.
Yeah.
Begins with a
Scalvini, something
like that.
I'll be wrong on that. Lad.
Scalvini.
Don't know a great deal about him, so I can't really.
I think if you had said at the start of this transfer window, right, you're going to bring 4 players in. Those are the positions that we're probably looking at, weren't they? So your right wing, your striker, a centre back, and a goalkeeper. I think we could have probably went this season without improving the goalkeeper situation. To be fair,
I think it's not the goalkeeper or the goalkeeping aspect of it. It's distribution, isn't it? That's the big thing.
That's what the improvement. Yeah,
and that is a long-term move as well.
Yes,
It's
of
not.
course it is.
It's not
Trafford.
a here and
Was he
now.
23?
Is he as old as that?
Somebody might not be. He might be a bit younger.
Like the right wing, we've been banging on for 5 years, if not longer, about strengthening that position. We've now finally done it. The last probably 2 years, realistically, maybe even 3, we've talked about a centre back. So
it has to happen. Like it has to happen but you just can't guarantee Botman's going to be. Sadly,
Oh yeah,
is he going to? Because he was coming back, and then having really good games. There's loads of times you go, God, Botman was class A, but then he's out for 5 weeks with a niggle, and you're like, you know what I mean, or like a reoccurrence of the same injury. So
hopefully this pre-season will be good for him, Mike.
Hopefully, man.
I was worried about him the other day with that toothbrush, though. I thought he was going to put a Langer's eye out.
I'm always telling the kids as well, don't you? When you're brushing your teeth, you stand there, you sit still, you don't muck about. Like.
I was surprised he didn't have an electric one, though.
You might have it home.
I've got an electric,
but if you're going to be
still-
brushing
I
your
use
teeth,
it,
surely he's got enough money to stick a spare electric in his wash bag.
Yeah, quite expensive.
I think you'll probably get a what's just a non-electric toothbrush.
A manual
manual
analog toothbrush.
An analog toothbrush. I think you would carry one of those in your wash bag rather than an electric one.
Which probably, it's probably just 'cause
I don't go anywhere without the electric.
Well, I took mine in my glove and I left it.
Not the only thing.
But like, I'm assuming he's brushed his teeth first thing in the morning, and now he's giving his gob a fresh up after breakfast or something like that. Like, it's not like he's woke up going,
Aye, but he takes his wash bag to training. Take your bloody toothbrush, electric toothbrush.
Why?
It's more hygienic.
I'm with the manual toothbrush.
Eh? How is it more hygienic than a normal toothbrush?
Electric toothbrush is better.
They are better. Like, the brush is
manual
better.
one.
Brushes your teeth.
I know they do, but what did you say again?
More
More hygienic.
Oh, I sorry. Okay, right.
But it's not. I mean, just for a little top, just give your teeth a little bit of a puff.
Remember, you used to get those things in the machines in the toilet.
You still get them in the airport.
Yeah. Called fuzzy
Tube
brush or
things.
something like that. They're called.
I've got an electric one, but I have
Just
to
in
say
case
I
you
still use the old analog. Like,
Yeah,
mind you, though, you want to see my?
Analog
Is any of your toothbrushes like after a while go? I mean, mine are insane.
But just piss off in that direction.
Insane. They don't want to be anywhere near my mouth. They're literally like it's
Well,
insane.
That means you're
like garlic.
brushing your teeth too vigorously,
Too hot, yeah.
applying too much pressure to your gums.
After a few weeks, if I go, it's just gum territory. It's literally they're just on me gums. I'm
So it's just like wobbling about and that, like.
they're like this, man.
No,
You need to change your head.
What the bristles are.
bristles
I
just
had-
piss off in that
How-
direction.
well,
It
yeah,
looks like that.
Well,
You need a firmer brush,
Yeah.
and change it more regularly.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Tune in for all your dental hygiene
What, after
tips.
4 days?
It's like garlic, man.
Well, it has been said. Like.
It's nice that relationship that Botman and Alanga got, though.
Yeah, I was surprised that.
They knew each other from a
Training camp when they
training
were
recovery camp sort of thing, weren't they?
There was a lot
being
more
over,
people.
but-
There was a lot more people he knew than I thought.
Yeah.
Everyone, I was just thinking of the Isak sort of thing, and then next thing you know, he's naming it with 5-6 players, which is brilliant. Isn't it?
Tino was the one that
Aye,
was
Tino,
was
yeah.
a big surprise, and it was
Sula.
because they were in the young English
under
setup.
14s or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can only help. Can only help.
Well, Asura was like under 11s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Aye,
Sula was
well,
when he was
real
at Man
kids,
United.
yeah.
Yeah, they were both
Aye.
kids coming through there.
The only person of the whole sign that's good, it'll be Murphy. The only one. He'd be like,
Murphy's
I
never
noticed
unhappy,
in one
man.
of the videos, they zoomed in on Murphy a few times. I thought, like, that's leave him alone, man.
Hello, darkness,
They're
my
probably
old
trying to figure out what sort
friend.
of toothbrush he has.
Why's he-
Yeah, I
why's
bet
he-
Murphy's gone electric.
Aye. Aye. Well, then pearly whites, of course he has.
Yeah.
Shall we go through some questions if we've got any? I don't know if we do.
First question: what is your favorite brand of toothbrush?
Oral B, innit?
Oral
It's
B,
gotta
it's got to be
like,
classic.
yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't even replaced my electric one.
Philips Sonicare. That's honourable mention. Get it up there.
Get it up
Wait.
there.
Weird toothbrush. Does want to? Have you got anything to mention before we'll go on to questions? Because I need to find them first.
All right, so I film for time, are we?
Yeah.
How were Oasis, Mark?
Come on, I could fill an hour and a half podcast
Yeah.
just about unbelievable.
So let's talk.
Absolutely
I didn't know
incredible.
you were an Oasis fan, Mark. I don't know how this has kind of passed us by. I suppose it's not been relevant for a long time, have
Yeah,
they? So,
not
what's
that-
your favorite song by Oasis?
how can you even begin to do? I'd probably say Slide Away.
We'll Slide Away, of course it is.
Yeah,
Oh, Listen Up.
probably.
Listen Up's really good. I've got banging Listen Up recently. Great tune. 6.5
But yeah, it
minutes.
was
Big side, man.
absolutely incredible. Like
Yeah.
set
Was it the Friday
brilliant.
or Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Aye.
Coincided with my birthday as well, which is also always nice.
Yeah. Aye.
But thanks for bringing the cards tonight. Much
Awesome.
appreciated.
Happy 60th, mate.
Where's
Well,
me,
But did
where's
you
my
know what
birthday
your
cake?
birthday was that week?
We're waiting for the king. It's
Exactly.
just 10 days from
Hey,
I mean, I laid that out for you like months
Yeah.
ago now.
I messaged him at 2 minutes past midnight.
Did you? Were you
Yeah,
that
I
quick?
did. Yeah, I was that quick. Yeah.
That's what she said. But yeah, brilliant. Really, really good.
That's good. We had a good time, mate. They sounded good and all from the.
They sound really
I was actually pleasantly surprised because I've seen, well, both Liam and Noel separately in their solo careers. And Liam hasn't always been great, but he was
Liam's
on it.
voice. Liam's struggled with his voice since, I mean, going back like 2000s.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s at that.
He's definitely changed the way he sings.
Yeah.
He's not as kind of high as he once was, but
Well, now he's sober now, isn't he?
well, both ways then.
I noticed a few of the songs the keys had changed, but they've got to
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
to help.
yeah.
They've got to do that.
I mean,
Sam Penn
50
does it.
and 50s, not like, you know.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But I watched, like I was going to, I first saw them at Murrayfield in 2000. I was 18. And then I think the last time I saw them was 2005, 6, around the Don't Believe the Truth tour. And I was, at the time, it was like, I think I saw them 7 times and probably 4 he sounded crap, 3 sounded all right. And I was watching, because I've been watching stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
The algorithm kicks in and kind of, I've been shared a few gigs, one from 2002, one from 2005. And he sounds like appalling in both of them. He's trying too hard to sound like Liam Gallagher. Whereas now it feels like he's just singing the songs. He's taking care of his voice properly as well.
There was a
apparently.
couple of times where I thought he maybe was shouting a bit,
Yeah.
but it didn't detract from the whole like experience and stuff. Like literally, there was people travelled from all around. A bit of a cliche in
From
there, but
Stockport, from
all around the world.
Hey.
Like there was like where we were stood. There was 2 guys from Germany. There was 4 girls that had travelled from Spain, and there was a group of 7 blokes from Portugal. Like just like there, and then randomly there was 2 couples from Gateshead, like standing like directly behind where and that. So like it just every sort of age range. Obviously the late 30s, early 40s was the predominant one from the first time around and stuff like that.
Thrown about. That was always a big
I was
thing,
only
racing
hit
gigs.
with cold liquids.
That's a relief.
So, I mean, that's always the tell. Is it warm or is it cold?
Something I've thought is because I remember Finsbury Park in 2002, I got covered. I'm thinking now Oasis fans are older, the prostates will be bigger.
Well,
So it'll be harder for them
yeah.
to get as much, the pint pot like. So it's going to take ages.
to be fair, Heaton Park, there was
Actually,
was
Heaton Park, I was there for Stone Roses in 2012, and someone tried to piss on my leg. I chase him.
there was no
I bet you
way
didn't
you
chase them
could.
for very long.
No, I just tell
There
him.
was no way you could like unless I mean we were in fairly early, so we were quite close to the barrier in the general standing bit.
Aye.
I turned around at one point because like that's what I was doing like during it as well as like just like looking at people's faces and like the experience that people were going through. And when I looked behind us, because of the way Heaton Park is, it's kind of slightly banked.
It goes up, yeah.
Like
Aye,
so
it
you
does.
and the amount of people that were behind you just in every direction was mental. When you see some of the aerial shots, it's crazy how many
Yeah, there's
people were
actually no
actually
point in being there.
there.
If I'm honest with you,
there's some people that must have like came in just before it starting or who are like way back because they didn't even have additional screens away from the actual
Like, the screens are massive.
they are
They're really impressive. Them they look
Yeah.
great.
they are massive, yeah. But you generally find like with those kind of things that they'll maybe have them say like halfway back for
normally
people
have-
that are
yeah.
at the back they'll have like screens there.
Like because the mixed
But-
desk and
Yeah.
obscure.
Well, that was the only bit that's because that like there was like a grey shed thing and there was like a slight triangle behind that where people obviously that was blocking the view of the stage. But other than that,
Yeah.
there was
Shall we do
thousands and
football
thousands.
questions now?
Let's just keep talking about Oasis.
No, let's go on the football.
I just thought of a really good Married with Children pun as well, but I ruined it now. Like,
Adam has a question for you, Deka.
Adam, who?
My Adam.
why is
okay.
everything so shite
I'm
all the
not-
time?
He says, "Is Deka's top a new one? If so, didn't he say he wasn't touching any of the new stuff?"
I'm so glad. I am so glad that someone mentioned that. So I was going to tell Mark earlier on. So, where do I start? So the new training gear, I'm not a fan of at all. If I'm honest with you, And today I happened to go on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it was, and I seen a picture of how, with this one on, talking to someone.
Alanga.
No, I don't think it was long. I'm not sure anyway. And I thought, oh, that. So I was saying to Bestie on the way up that when we got taken over by Adidas, I had visions in my mind of what certain tops polos would look like. This is exactly what I asked for.
It's very golf-esque.
It
is
is
actually.
quite golfy.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought as
Yeah,
well.
I won yesterday, by the way.
You won, you know.
Won you know?
Best round of my life.
I would have extended the stripes down to the bottom of the arm.
But yes, I'll give you that. Actually, I will give you that.
There's Jeff Banks.
But I had a horrible feeling it would be like last season where the coats and stuff you could only get if you were actually a coach. You couldn't buy them in the shop. So I could just went online and seen that you could get them. So I texted you saying I'm going to the club shop now. So I went to the club shop at the St. James. It was bloody shut. And then I got all the way up the door shut. I was like, what? And so I had to jump back in the car, go to the Metro Centre, and then come here. But yes, so this one now I did try on the grey one and the Sweden one. And the grey one, the colour of the grey is shite. Honestly, when you try it on, it's a very.
Is it like this colour grey? The wall?
I would say it's like that, yeah.
I think it looks okay.
I mean, it's lovely on a wall,
Charcoal.
but honestly, if you try it on, it just looks cheap. And the other one's just Sweden. To me, every time I put it on, I was like, I just feel I'm playing for Sweden.
Wow. That's
Hang on.
not what I was expecting. Looking at it,
Oh, it's quite thin, isn't it?
it's I thought it was going to be more like a polo
Like a cottony
Like
thing.
a
Aye,
cotton
no.
material, but
No,
it's
it's
actually
not.
like a technical polo.
That's
isn't it?
right, yeah. It's lovely. 40 quid, which I think is not bad for a polo personally. Right, and I just think the other two are poor colour choices to be honest. And then Bessie's apparently told us that Venezuela, all sorts of people.
Watching the women's Euros and Spain's, I'm assuming it's the same for the men's as well. Spain's women's training kit is a blue with a yellow, like the Sweden one that you
Just
said.
the same.
And Venezuela has a picture of Rondon gone on somewhere today and it's the same.
That's strange.
It's template, then, isn't it?
But like,
I mean, they're all templates.
Well,
but
yeah, the
colours, you normally get variations.
because
as well.
Bessie mentioned that like I would expect one of them to be around the third shirt, for
Yeah.
example. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
colours would
Mm.
sort of coordinate. Whereas this Swedish one, to me, I didn't get it. Like, so I tried them all on, but as soon as I put this on, I was like, oh my god, this is the one.
It's like going back to the French days, isn't it? When we had Kabay and Debuchy and that, and everything was French. We're now going down the Swedish route.
Gonna have a Swedish day.
Can I wait for the meatballs at the match?
Swedish day.
We're going to put our seats together before we turn up now.
Flat packs.
Take you on Allen keys.
I still hate the home shirt. Is it here?
Mind you,
Awful.
I think
How-
I really
however-
like the arena.
However,
Oh, hang on.
you know where I'm going. White socks. I thought it looked
yes, sir.
tremendous.
I prefer black socks to white socks.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
because
away.
again, you're seeing the kit at a distance.
It was
'Cause
far
I
away.
like,
Like
I
yeah.
like the
Aye,
kits
at a distance.
when you see it just
Yeah.
a photo or see
Yeah.
it like
White socks just reminds me of playing Sunderland.
It reminds me of Rude Hullet.
No, it reminds me so much of the 99-2000
Man United
season.
always
It
springs to
really
me-
does.
mind
The
for me.
It's
White
always-
socks.
yeah, yeah.
Kieran Dyer and the Shearer Ferguson. Like, is it?
It's over there now.
Has he got white socks on that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, yeah.
That to me, as soon as it just reminds us of that era. I love the white socks.
I do like white socks. Like
It looked lush. Miley looked fit. He looked lovely and tan. He looked lovely.
Miley.
You did on the picture.
Is it me or has Miley like grown another foot?
Oh, he's also been on the
How's he getting boots that fit?
on the weights as
Hey!
well, hasn't he looks much more stocky built. You know
I've
what I
seen
mean?
their young'uns just signed full on at the academy. Their young and his son, his little brother. I forget his
Yeah,
name now.
well, he was
already.
already,
another
already
Miley.
there, wasn't he?
He was in the academy, but he signed
He's
as
now
a full
his
time
contract. Yeah,
scholar now. Like so,
How was he like?
he's 17, 18.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
aye.
Good deal.
he's meant to be the best of the bunch.
Apparently so.
Well, we've got Lewis is amazing. isn't he?
Jamie's
Louis
away.
is
Is
class.
Jamie on loan? So.
He was a taught. No, he's
No, he's
out
gone,
of
hasn't he?
contract. He was
No,
a
he's
Hartlepool last
He's
season.
gone.
I did not tell him.
Yeah, he went.
Oh.
Well, he was out of contract.
What was I going to say? I did have something in my mind there. Oh, right. Okay. So the rumours of Longstaff going to Leeds
Oh yes.
have gone very quiet, Bestie.
Aye, they
I've
have.
had nothing because it was 1 week ago today that they had put a bid in. The
12
third bid
million?
was
12
on.
million pounds?
Yes. So there was 2 bids went in on Monday, I believe. Then
Uh-huh.
the third bid went in on Wednesday. And Newcastle rejected that one.
Well, it's not breathable, that guy, is it?
Fuck, how hot is it in here?
Really hot,
How
yeah.
hot is it in
It
here?
is.
So the third bid went in,
Uh-huh.
also rejected. Is this one going to happen?
They're obviously interested if they put 3 bids in, then they're clearly keen on them, aren't they? I mean, it's the thing with Longstaff, and it's been what we've talked about for weeks and weeks and weeks now about him being a homegrown player training at the club for Champions League purposes. He's still got something to offer. I don't think he has, but at the same time, you look at that kind of starting. He's not in the first 3 clearly, I think Miley overtook him towards the end of last season. So he's now 5th choice centre midfielder. If 6th, actually, Joe Willock.
I was going to say
him as well, yeah. So
different positions, like, so that's only.
they are, but I think, that's true. Like, but I still think it might. I know he's got 1 year left in his contract, and as you understand it, he doesn't want to go necessarily, but he wants to have if he goes, he wants to have a fee.
Yeah, he wants a club to get some money for him. Yeah.
So I still think it might happen. Yeah, I do.
Do you not think though? The reason that's getting held up is because the fee's just probably not enough. Whereas if they came in with, 15 to 20, something like that, then it's more likely that.
I think that the issue is similar to what we were saying about our bid for Trafford. Is that it's 10 plus 2 in add-ons. Maybe if they just went 12, then it might get done.
It just still doesn't seem a lot of money for a proven
me
Premier
and Deka
League.
discussed this on Wednesday, and really, when you think about it, a player in his last year of his contract, how old is he now?
27,
late 20s, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's probably right to be fair, Mark.
He's probably only got 1 big contract left, really.
It just like when you look at what some players go for, like it's nothing.
I don't know. Do you know? There's a few weeks ago when we said it, I said the similar. I said between 15 and 20, but anything around the 15 mark, slightly lower, I think the club's probably going to take it. Like
I think based on his game time last year, and that he's going into his final year, you're a bit snookered, really. I think you've got to take the 12, if 10 plus 2 or whatever it is. That's just how I feel anyway. And that's no slant on him. I know that I'm probably the most negative around the table, and I don't mean it that way really about him, but
I just think one of the other clubs will play hardball with us over fees and stuff like that.
That's what we're doing with them, right? We are trying to play hardball, but I mean, I think last week when we spoke about it, I was saying, we've got to be careful because we might piss Leeds off. Suppose we've got history of going back and forwards, bidding for players for months on end, Gahey and Trafford. Jesus Christ.
We've for a club that tend to do a lot of business behind closed doors. The last few have been out in public domain.
See what could happen if Longstaff wants to move. If he starts getting a bit, because he's obviously probably going to think, listen, this is another year of my career where I'm literally going to be 5th choice.
Yeah,
still going to get minutes occasionally, Champions League, perhaps coming off the bench, whatever. He might really try and force it. And I think Howe's the type personally that would say, do you know, it isn't really the value we want, but let's push it through for him. Let's give him.
I think so. When you look at it, especially when the thing Longstaff was talking about a couple of years ago when he struggled with his mental health a bit before Howe came in and that, and how Howe helped him, and generally the coaches have helped him out. I think there might be a little bit of a kind of.
I think so.
Not a favour done because you can't be too sentimental in football and all that. 'Cause it's very hard nosed. But I think there'll be a.
It's a great move for him as well, Bessie. We've spoken once again. We spoke on Wednesday. Longstaff going to Leeds, it seems to fit.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'd like to see him do well there. Like I say, I really like Sean Longstaff. So if it does happen and he goes to Leeds, I mean, it's always anticipated that 3 clubs that come up go back down again. I mean, this year Brentford have just been kind of pulled to bits, haven't they, since Frank left, and Wolves after Cunha's gone, they haven't really done a great deal either.
Doesn't even take that. Bessie, just look at Forest. They've lost 2 of the
the
key players in the space of a couple days. Well, so the agree was a buyout, wasn't it? A release clause in his contract. But it was Spurs triggered it, but they hadn't done everything the way they're supposed to do it.
Right, yeah.
Basically tapped them up.
Forest have basically reported them to the Premier League. So Spurs, as it stands, are not allowed to make any contact with Gibbs White.
Could we do that? Just tell them
any club in the world, you knew it would be Forest that wouldn't hit that owner. You just knew he would dig his heels in, wouldn't you? That's what he is, isn't he?
So they can't stop the deal. They can just delay it. That's what
exactly. What player doesn't get tapped up? How many times? How many times do you read it? Oh, personal terms are not a problem. They're sorted them.
What's mental though is like the hide the brakes on this to slow it down. The money, you're stopping yourself from getting that money.
Of course you are.
You're just delaying it, which is going to make it even harder for you.
You know the player wants to go. He's agreed everything. You cutting your nose off to spite your face at it. So just get him out the door and get the money spent on someone else. But if you lose both, this is the problem, though, isn't it? With the likes of, no offense to Forest, I actually quite like the club, to be honest. But you've got Brentford, we've mentioned there. You've got such a really well-run club, a really good manager, some great players, and they're going to get ripped to pieces here.
Yeah,
ripped to pieces. And when you look at the output of goals for Wissa and Buemo, they're irreplaceable. You cannot buy someone that's going to I don't think, do that again for them. Like, and it's
Well,
really difficult.
But he comes go to Tottenham as well, isn't he? What's it called, man?
Kudos.
No,
He's gone in.
from Brentford.
Oh,
I don't remember now. I've come back with another.
Well, another Brentford
Yeah.
player's gone.
Yeah, I thought he hasn't gone, but there's
Oh.
talk like he's going to be going.
Yeah.
Frank Watson.
Is it Wissa? Not Wissa. I think he
No,
was.
not Wissa.
Oh, he was linked. I thought.
Oh, Wissa.
They've lost 2 defenders have gone, haven't they?
And the manager appointment, isn't he? Wasn't he? I mean, I shouldn't really, because he could be great, but like he was employed from within, right? I'm sure he was like a U19 coach or something that they've got as the new. I don't even know his name. Someone will probably tell me in the comments.
I want to bring it back to a player that's been mentioned not long ago, and somebody
No God.
no God at Arsenal.
Yeah, that was what it was. Yeah.
It's a big loss,
A player that's been linked with Newcastle. That there's certain part of the media saying that there's definitely been contact. There's some saying Newcastle have got no interest whatsoever in this player. Do you know who it is, Mark?
Alan St. Maxim.
Calvert-Lewin
Currently
Bonetta.
playing overseas.
playing overseas.
Is there some breaking news happening here, Chris? It kind of feels a bit like there's a.
Tal?
Conor Gallagher.
Oh, yeah, that was mentioned.
So that's been mentioned the last few days.
Yeah.
I've never seen that one.
Have you not? Have you not?
Yeah,
I mean, I've been
that's awesome.
otherwise engaged with a couple of brothers from Manchester, but
Yeah, it's been the last few days really. Conor Gallagher is the one that's been mentioned. Bestie, can you see that one happening or not?
I don't think so. No.
Hmm.
I think
refer to what we've just been speaking
exactly
about
that, Mark. With
Longstaff,
Longstaff going, if Gallagher doesn't come in and strengthen the first team, I don't see why he would leave Atletico Madrid to come and sit on the bench.
So do you think it'll just be like an upgrade of in-house from ourselves, like we mentioned, Longstaff going, and I know this probably happened last season, but Miley just filling that position?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. I think if we bring in another midfielder, it's an upgrade on Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno, and that's very, very hard to do. And Conor Gallagher, I like Conor Gallagher, but he's not that.
Leons says Gallagher won't want to be a sub in a World Cup year.
He would be an upgrade into the squad without
he would,
a doubt.
He's not going to come.
Big up.
But it would be unbelievable. What an upgrade! It would be a fantastic upgrade. But he ain't leaving them to come and sit
the
out.
next midfielder he comes in, we guess it would be Joe Linton's replacement, unless Tonali goes to Real or something like that.
Please no, Bestie.
He's that good. He could play. Tonali could literally be play for any team in the world.
He's unbelievable.
He's that good, him like
he's fantastic. If I'm going to pick
how do you replace Joe Linton though?
You
that's kind of unique. That's the thing with Joe. Like he is.
It's not even you can't. You can't. You physically can't.
Nah.
And I still think for the style we play, like he wouldn't work in Man City's team. So I don't think for Joe Linton. Yeah, it depends on the style of how you play, and we are.
And it fits with that trio as well.
It fits with what we are because you know when he's not there, you miss him. You can see
Sandro
it.
a bit deeper because the engine he's got, and obviously Big Joe's got the engine as well. And Bruno Bruno was last season out with the 3. He was kind of at times you think like, how would Bruno be a bit tidier? Like the goal Liverpool scored at Wembley came from Joe Linton when the ball carried on the pitch, giving it to Bruno, and Bruno kind of fluffed it.
Well, go back when these Isak rumours were really getting rife that we might lose him, right? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people thought if we're going to have to cash in on Bruno or Isak, everyone was saying Bruno.
Yeah. Because
I feel Bruno's more replaceable than what Isak is.
I agree.
And I think, listen, I don't want to turn this into a negative, like, oh, we're going to lose someone, because we're not. But if you give us the option, it would be Bruno, and that sounds daft because people are going to go, you'd rather keep Joe Linton and Bruno.
As well.
I do as well.
Everybody knows it's hard to replace a striker, especially in today's model. There's not that many around, really.
Nah.
Well, I don't know, because we might be already. We might be halfway there.
We've got the ball.
3 with Calvert-Lewin, 4 with Sula.
I'm going to end it on this last one. So this is from Blue Rhythm Boy. That says, my question, does Jack Ross's new role cover enough meaning we won't replace Mitchell? So that's an ex-Sunderland guy, isn't it?
He was already been here, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a Sunderland manager. He was already here. He was looking after the academy. And
oh, was he actually?
Yeah.
Because he was there, head manager, and then he came to us as like an under-18 coach.
Honestly, I didn't know that.
So he's obviously impressed. He's obviously impressed people.
I think, I don't know, because I still think that Steve Nixon could well end up being promoted from within to take on Mitchell's role, unless they make Mitchell's role obsolete and have 2 different departments.
They can't. I think it'll take some of the pressure from that role, because it talks about obviously implementing a style of play across the teams, kind of keeping
So it's all about
the-
style of
the
play
ethos
from
and stuff like that, from
grassroots up over.
Chris, yeah, and throughout like the
Club.
women's
Yeah,
teams and under 23 stuff like that,
Similar
into
to what
into
England
the
did.
first team. Yeah, so there is that part from a director of football type of role, but then I think Shola's probably out of a job reading between the lines because it talked specifically around managing loans and stuff like that.
Head of football strategy is the official
Yeah.
title.
That
So-
seems a big title. Like
So he's going to report
head of
into a new-
football strategy.
reporting to a new sporting director in an important leadership role, which will
that-
develop a consistent sporting philosophy across the club.
That line for me was very interesting.
What's that? Into a new sporting director? Do
Yeah.
you think do you
So
think there's a
that,
decision?
to me, was indicating that they've already
Yeah,
got that, but
Possibly.
they're just not announcing them.
I think that's going to be Shola.
Can you imagine?
The recruitment's been going on for a little while now, hasn't it? And there's been a few names that have been kind of interviewed and stuff like that. So that just led me to believe, and I think it was either last week or the week before, whether my thoughts were along the line of they've decided who it was. However, that person is still at a club and just needs to
Possibly, yeah.
negotiate their exit.
So regarding Jack Ross, initially joined Newcastle's academy as head of coach development in March 2003, moving to the position of head of strategic technical football partnerships. Remember when you knew who the chairman and the coaches were, and that was it?
That was it, yeah.
I know. You're right.
Aye.
Oh,
I
so
thought
that
it
was,
was one,
So
I assume that was 2023, not
2023.
2003.
Did I say 2003?
Aye.
Apologies, yeah,
You
2023.
got us there for a second.
So that
He's
role,
been there. Bobby hired him.
that role that he's got now was not a role that we had before at the club.
Not
That's
that I'm
been a
aware of.
created role for him because I've never heard anyone being head of football strategy. Like
But I think it's because
I'll
part
tell
of
you
that
how.
role
Tell you how to me.
is what you would expect
Yeah.
a director of
Yes, you
football
would.
to
Well, that's
do.
basically what
So
John
it's only
Ashworth was
parts
getting
of
at,
it,
wasn't
isn't it?
Yeah. So it's overseeing the club's player loan and emerging talent strategy. He's going to build on lead on building strategic relationships with other clubs, introducing new football development and talent pathway opportunities in UK and overseas. So it is very director of football.
What
to
a
be honest
job.
with you. Aye.
What a job.
But it a lot more focus on younger rather than like the first team, which is where
Yeah,
I
it's-
still see that gap existing
I-
for
it sound-
the director of football.
The,
Yeah,
out, the
yeah.
output of his work you won't see for years.
probably the case.
Really?
Even the work he's already done, to be honest with you. I think that was one of the things when Ashworth went to Man U, or when he went on garden leave and then went to Man U. Like the work he was doing, you could see it was happening behind the scenes, but the kind of fruits of it hadn't really.
That's right.
And it's kind of maybe it's only now that that's happening, really, or it might not even be yet. For all he's only here a short time, that were much more. Like I say, I mentioned earlier, you used to know who the chairman and the coaches, manager were. Like the club's massive now. Set Pete's coach got announced last week from I can't pronounce it, Midtjylland. Like we've got
The tire company.
Michelin. No, fair enough.
Tire spot.
Tire spot.
There's only one.
Don't
tires.
just- You gotta get a mention in for the sponsor.
Actually, my tire people knocked me tire sensor off when they
Did they really?
change it. So now we
Should have been a test
I
spot.
should have got a tire spot. I'll be doing that in the future, I think. Although it is around the corner from my legs, so it's quite handy.
Not when they're not getting your tires. It's not.
No,
Yeah,
that's
true, man.
less handy.
You
Yeah,
should be able to reset it.
not
unless
actually knocked it off.
Remove the
It's snapped
TPMS.
off. Yes.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Tire spot.
Yeah,
I'll
tire
get a
spot
spot next
can
time
do
we
the
go.
job.
Reckon I'll get it fixed for us.
Just
Right.
get yourself on
Don't
eBay,
just
buy a
do tires.
replacement one.
What else
They
did
do everything.
Shirts.
Wheel alignment.
Brakes,
All right.
clutches.
I never watched this, so I don't. But I
He plays it out the speakers every week. Practically has to
the
turn it
blind
off.
panic in the 10 seconds before goal. Like,
I
this,
only-
is
This is
the
what you don't get to see
this is
behind
the
the
first
scenes.
week in ages that no one spoke at the start, apart from Kris as well. Noticed that. I was going to pass comment.
Ah.
You just were speaking. Now you just
Yeah.
muted.
No, it was when it actually started. It was
Right.
it was good. But I think it probably is more of a developmental thing, like bringing young players through, and like Deka says, it'll be a while maybe before we see, because there's not really. I mean, I'm saying there's not many young players coming through. Miley obviously is the exit of the Mileys.
Oh, I don't know. There was at least 4 in the, maybe even 5 at the weekend.
And what a preseason.
And we're in the Alanga videos that Deka loved.
Preseason game against Carlisle isn't quite the same as when I come to play the games. It's in James's, the last preseason games. There might be a couple there because it's 2 games in 2 days. But like even then, like Neve or players that were brought in, and the centre half who's at Milan, Irish lad, Heffernan, like they aren't local lads that the lads that have been scouted from their clubs and all that. There's not a massive amount of Geordies.
Geordie.
Like
Which I don't. Yeah, I think he's. It looks like any future talent it says abroad, the world, anywhere.
Yeah.
If you see a spot of talent, get them in and then nurture them through. And
Alfie Harrison would be one, wasn't it?
I don't know who on earth.
The videos,
They were signed someone. The first signing was a young
Oh, the
ish.
Spanish lad, Cordero.
Yeah.
Antonio Cordero.
Harrison Ashby.
Oh, Ashby.
No. I mean, the lad was signed. The foreign lad was signed.
Cordero.
Was that pronounced his name?
This summer.
This
Yeah,
summer.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, this year. Sorry.
That's what I mean. I think his role is like finding sort of hidden gems, if you like, and then
Yeah.
getting them into our structure, our culture, our strategy of how we play, etc., etc., etc. And you come through the ranks into the first team is the hope of
Oh,
obviously.
you get sold to Brighton for £20 million.
Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? It's like either we see the fruits of the labour on the field, or financially we do by making an absolute killing off them when we sell them. You know, so
I'm going to end it there, boys, because I am melting.
yeah, I need
now,
to get back.
I'm so tired.
This is the hottest this has ever been in this room.
Well, I kind of believe it because it's not that hot outside today compared to what it has been.
Yeah.
And this is unreal. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that
like
big
somebody's
rain
put
earlier
a
as well.
stove on in, yeah.
this is
It is
unbelievable.
warm.
We need a packet of Besties mini milks
I've got some in the freezer at home. I was going to the
Deep
fridge. I think
thrown all them.
or a Calippo. Oh, a
Keep it
Calippo
on
would
the
have been
fridge.
nice tonight, wouldn't it?
A what?
A Calippo.
Calippo.
A Calippo.
What's wrong? Have you had a stroke or something? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with that?
A Calippo. Nobody calls it a Calippo.
That's what it's called.
You go the ice cream. Can I have a Calippo, please? Is that what you honestly say?
No, I just picked it out of the freezer.
Like you say words wrong. Calippo.
What is it
What do you
called?
call it?
Calippo?
Calippo. Yeah.
Calippo.
It's
Calippo.
Calippo.
Tomato,
Calippo.
tomato.
Pop it on. Pop
Calippo.
it on.
Pump it on.
Bolognese.
There's no wrong with a Calippo.
Slimmy. Slimani.
I heard an old lady in Iceland and Shield saying pump it on the other day and he jumped me shopping.
Pump it on.
Pop it on.
I bet
Don't
Calippo is the actual correct term because it was brought from the continent.
Well, it doesn't matter, man.
Was it really? It's just frozen cheese.
Calippo?
Right,
That
before
blew
we
my
go-
mind, that.
Calippo.
How do you say?
How do you say Calippo?
It's Calippo, isn't it?
Calippo.
Calippo?
Calippo?
All right. Thanks everybody
Big
who has been
difference.
watching live. There's been almost 300 people throughout this one. So thanks very much.
Let me know in the chats.
Calippo or Calippo? Deka is trying to find the. If
It's
they
a
say
video.
Calippo,
It's a video. It's a video.
what should say Calippo?
It's pronounced as
That's a word.
That's completely different.
Calippo.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It's definitely-
Calippo.
I didn't trust this AI guy.
It's
Oh,
Calippo.
was it AI that you had on there?
Calippo.
Don't believe it.
Did they say it in the advert?
Was it Grok? I've never seen
They must say it in the actual official advert.
Hey man, we're not getting any revenue for this.
Calippo.
Calippo.
Calippo. No, she said Calippo.
She's
Right, we're going to get cut off.
I've never heard it. I've never seen a Calippo advert before.
that was from the
From
70s. That
1970s,
was the 70s.
Oh,
That.
that's my well remember it.
Well done.
Thanks everybody. Like I said earlier, it is just $2.99 a month to become a member. You get early access to videos, you get extra videos, and you do get access to that Telegram group as well. So jump in there. That Telegram group's been going wild as we've been recording as well, by the looks of it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. What you was doing?
Bye, Calippo.
Ta-ra.
Calippo.
Calippo.